Hello and thanks for joining me again today. On Thursday, I had the honor of celebrating a special moment with my dear friends Ike and Catherine Leggett, the official opening of the Catherine and Ike Leggett Math and Science Building, a state-of-the-art facility that revolutionizes STEM education that will equip students with the skills needed to participate in the workforce needed for modern economy. With 20 labs, a planetarium, a math and science learning center, a cybersecurity center, it will prepare students for high-wage careers in engineering, cyber tech, and nursing, along with other STEM professions. Just last week, we hosted life science and biotech leaders from across the county and beyond, and Governor Moore emphasized the vital role that institutions like Montgomery College play in creating the talent pool for these industries. This project didn't happen overnight. We began official public discussions back in 2015. Along the way, we listened to the concerns of our neighbors about the potential impacts on this historic neighborhood. I want to thank the college for its careful planning and the willingness to work with the community to ensure this project was done thoughtfully and collaboratively. Montgomery College's Tacoma Park Silver Spring campus is one of the most diverse in Maryland, home to 7,800 students representing over 140 countries. This diversity mirrors the cultural inclusion and equity that defines Montgomery County. It's a powerful reminder of the opportunities this facility will provide to so many young minds from all walks of life. It's especially fitting that the state-of-the-art upgrade bears the name of the county's first Black council member and first Black county executive, along with the First Lady. They have dedicated their lives to uplifting our community in countless ways. Catherine has become a passionate advocate for the arts, education, and nonprofits, while Ike has always championed minority communities and pushed for an inclusive county long before equity was a common term. The contributions to Montgomery County go far beyond politics. They are part of our way of life. Ike and Catherine's work included the Ike and Catherine Leggett Scholarship and the ACES program, opened doors for deserving students and set countless young people on a path to success. Their legacy is more than this building. It's truly in the opportunities that will be created for generations to come. Our education system, like this facility, is essential to attracting businesses and ensuring that Montgomery College students find fulfilling careers right here in Montgomery County without needing to look elsewhere. This is how we drive economic development and build a future that benefits everyone. On behalf of the county government and the entire community, I want to extend our deepest gratitude to Ike and Catherine Leggett. Their impact extends beyond the professional achievements. Your work touched countless lives and opened the door to new opportunities. This new Math and Science Center is a lasting symbol of your vision and the positive change you've created in our county. There are many reasons to be hopeful about our local economy in the months ahead, but one big driver of that came on Wednesday when the Federal Reserve finally lowered interest rates by half a percentage point. It's the first time interest rates have gone down in 4 years. As I've mentioned before, Montgomery County has been significantly impacted by the Fed's decision to raise interest rates to levels that have not been seen for more than 2 decades. By keeping these rates high, the Fed indirectly sapped the county's power to generate its normal revenue. Revenue from the county's transfer and recordation taxes is down 50% from historical averages. Money generated for the county when homes are sold and registered to a new party through the transfer tax and the recordation tax lagged because of the declining home sales. There is a trickle-down negative impact from lower revenues. There is less money for the county to pay for contracts and services that employ people and contribute to business growth. So its negative impacts of artificially high interest rates extended beyond the housing market. High interest rates have kept home sales far below their normal pace, meaning that many families have been waiting for interest rates to fall before buying a home. It will not happen all at once, but I hope pent-up demand for houses will help drive home sales in our area back up and positively impact the county and state revenues. I hope this move by the Fed provides a jolt to our local housing market. I'm pleased to share that Montgomery County has continued earning the highest possible bond ratings from all 3 major Wall Street bond rating agencies. We met with representatives from Moody's Investors Services, Inc., Standard & Poor's, and Fitch Ratings recently so they could evaluate our financial records and plans. This week we learned that Montgomery County continued to maintain the highest achievable grades from these 3 rating agency services. Our streak of AAA bond ratings now stretches 52 years from Moody's, 49 years from Standard & Poor's, and 34 years from Fitch. These companies are Wall Street's financial watchdogs, and they continue to view our county government as an excellent investment opportunity. Last year, we achieved historically low unemployment rates while retaining excess reserves and avoiding a tax rate increase for services. Receiving a AAA rating is like having a perfect credit score. It allows us to spend more on our needs, like new schools, recreation centers, libraries, and improved transit, at a lower cost of borrowing. The longevity of our excellent fiscal record is a testament to the leadership that came before us, but also to the work of the current county government. We've been able to expand our services to the public in a fiscally responsible way, and these ratings show that. We are here to serve the public in the best way possible, and by being physically prudent, it allows us to stretch our dollar and do the most good. Tuesday was National Voter Registration Day, which is good timing because there is little more than a month left until the presidential election on Tuesday, November 5th. I want to encourage everyone to get ahead of the fast approaching voter registration deadline of October 15th. By registering to vote now, voters can avoid having to do the same-day registration during early voting or while casting a ballot on Election Day. Board of Elections workers are doing outreach in our libraries and community events leading up to the deadline to make it easier to register voters. You can also text the word VOTE to 77788. Ballots are not automatically mailed to voters like they were in 2020. There is still time, however, to request a mail-in ballot through the Maryland State Board of Elections. You can find that website at elections.maryland.gov. A Maryland driver's license or Maryland ID number is required. For anyone without internet, a mail-in ballot can be requested in person by visiting the Montgomery County Board of Elections during its normal operating hours. The address is 18753 North Frederick Avenue, Suite 210 in Gaithersburg. Board of Elections will start mailing those ballots 30 to 45 days prior to the election on November 5th. Mail-in ballots have prepaid postage, so you can mail them back or put them in one of the more than 50 secure drop boxes that are being set up around the county, so they can be used this weekend. You do not need to give a reason to request and receive a mail-in ballot. If you do request a ballot, please look for it in your mailbox. Most importantly, vote. There are many important issues on this year's ballot that impact locally, across Maryland, and throughout the nation. Keep up with all election news in Montgomery County by visiting 777vote.org. September is Suicide Prevention Month, and suicide rates in our county have reached record levels as recently as 2022, according to the Centers for Disease Control. In 2022, the nation of Montgomery County got a new tool to help people who are having suicidal thoughts. 2 summers ago, the 988 Suicide Prevention Hotline replaced the 1-800 number that had been used previously. The new option gives users the option to call, chat, or text with someone, and there is a simple 3-digit number. Between the first and second year, there was a 10-fold increase nationally in people reaching out for help. 988 has been promoted and shared by our health department and Health and Human Services. It is run locally by one of our community partners, Everymind. Leaders there tell us that last year they fielded nearly 3,000 texts from local phone numbers in Montgomery County and participated in more than 1,300 chats. These are strong numbers and that represent the real need for help, but more people need to know that this free lifeline is available. With so many people struggling with depression, anxiety, and addiction, more people need to know that 988 is here to help. I want to thank Congressman Jamie Raskin for the suicide prevention legislation he introduced recently. The Stabilization to Prevent Suicide Act would create a grant program at the Federal Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration to expand the use of evidence-based models for stabilizing individuals with serious suicidal thoughts. His personal experience gave him a unique perspective on the suicide, and this legislation has been in the making for several years. At the state level, the Thomas Bloom Raskin Act, enacted in July 2021, expands the state's crisis call center so that trained mental health counselors can periodically check in with people who need mental health support instead of waiting for them to call when they're in crisis. I'm sorry that Jamie had to experience the suicide of his son. I would also like to highlight the work done by the county to keep more people safe from self-inflicted shootings. As of September 1st, gun stores must provide information on suicide prevention, gun safety, and conflict resolution when a customer purchases a firearm. If a gun store is not displaying that information, please contact the county's Department of Health and Human Services. Inspectors will look into those complaints and check on compliance with the new Suicide Awareness and Firearm Education, or SAFE Act. Our community is being called on to help break the stigma of depression and mental health challenges by participating in the Walk With Us to Prevent Suicide on Sunday, September 22nd at the Maryland Soccerplex in Germantown, starting at 10 a.m. The event supports the Out of Darkness movement, which is celebrating its 28th year. The walk supports families impacted by suicide and helps spread the message that suicide can be prevented. A suicide prevention coalition has also been established to help with education. It is led by Shepard Pratt and brings together 100 community partners who meet regularly to discuss strategies and education opportunities. Anyone interested in joining this is welcome to email mcsec@montgomerycountymd.gov for more information. There are fun activities ahead this weekend. We have a big Saturday ahead in Poolesville and Burtonsville. Saturday marks Poolesville Day, which is a celebration of community. Lately, though, it's been an opportunity for anyone interested in driving electric vehicles to learn from some of the many early adopters in Poolesville. Next week is Drive Electric Week, which is something that will not be lost in Poolesville. Last year, nearly 200 vehicles registered and attended the Poolesville Day Electric Vehicle Show. That made it the largest national Drive Electric Week event worldwide based on registered participation. I look forward to joining other county and state leaders for the Fair Access Committee's breakfast on Saturday morning. I will then be moving on to celebrate Burtonsville Day. Their annual parade starts at 10 a.m. starting from Paint Branch High School. We'll have a team of county representatives and community partners on hand for the festival near the Marilyn J. Praisner Library and Community Center on Old Columbia Pike until 3 p.m. on Saturday. I hope we get some wonderful weather for these events and other fall activities that we have going on throughout the county. So that's a wrap for today. I hope you have a great week, and I'll be back again next week.